So Reverb, the good dudes that they are, the white knights, always riding into battle on their white steeds, always the hero of the day. Never in my favor, mind you. Whenever I need Reverb's help, it's sorry, Charlie. They never stick up for me, but they're always the virtue signaling white knights of the day. They've suspended my Behringer Centaur overdrive listing. They said it's a trademark infringement. So I think this is a slippery slope. Hey, thanks for getting back to us. I see this is in reference to your Behringer Centaur overdrive listing. We're required to suspend items that contain trademark infringing material. Well, hold up for a minute. Does the judge presiding over the case work at Reverb? How'd you guys get the inside track? Is that lawsuit over with? We're required to suspend items that contain trademark infringing material. Does it contain that? Does Buddy there own the image of a centaur? Is he Disney? Is he Fox? He owns pictures of a centaur? Like that's his trademark for sure, right? So when are you going to suspend Warm? Because that's all Warm does, is creates derivatives, right? Epiphone creates Les Pauls, and Gibson creates Les Pauls. Which one of them two dudes are you going to suspend? Not going to allow Epiphone guitars. You're not going to cause everything's a derivative of everything, right? The entire Warm catalog is, 1176s, LA 2As. What else do they make? All the microphones, the 414s, the ribbon mics, like everything Warm makes is derivative, right? And Warm even has a frickin' Klon, for God's sakes. So is Reverb gonna white knight virtuously step into the situation and ban all Warm gear? Is Warm gear not allowed on Reverb anymore? Right? We appreciate your understanding. No, I don't understand because I don't think the lawsuit's over. As far as I know, unless Reverb somehow has a crystal ball and they know that the item contains trademark infringing material. How do they know that? Didn't this lawsuit just sort of get fired up? Doesn't this mean that they can't, like Behringer derives everything, the Model D? I could go on to do a Neve stuff now. Like I could go on and on about what Behringer derives, and like I said, with the guitars, you got Fender Stratocasters, and then you got G&L Stratocasters. Are G&L Stratocasters not allowed anymore because they're derived? They look like, right? Like, are we having a derivative problem here? So, very weird with these idiots. And so I can just list this on eBay. No problem. Let's list it on eBay. eBay doesn't seem to think that it contains trademark infringing material. Like, I think Reverb's reaching here a little bit. They're like, guys, we gotta take a sign, and we're gonna take a sign of the other guy because, like, Reverb it just always seems to flip a coin and land on the wrong side of stupid, in my opinion. But that's fine. I'm just worried. Like, I've got a mixing board up there now, but that mixing board I'm trying to sell is a derivative. It looks like a mixing board from 10 years ago. Are they gonna suspend that? Like, every guitar looks like some other guitar, right? Is that going to contain trademark infringing material on the item itself? It doesn't. I don't think Reverb has really thought this through, but I'm fine either way, just in terms of I'm always this close from closing my Reverb account. There's lots of other places to buy and sell gear, especially at your local shops or your not so local shops. Your chains, or you've got eBay. I'm always this close from closing my Reverb account. In fact, I think a few times on my channel I said I was going to, and I just keep forgetting to do it. But maybe this is the straw that breaks the camel's back. But I'm just wondering how they know that the item contains trademark infringing material. Very interesting that they know that they know the outcome of this court case that I don't think has happened yet. I don't think it has occurred yet. So anyway, once again, Reverb gets it wrong, but probably best that I didn't sell my Behringer Centaur overdrive on Reverb because they would help themselves to a heaping, helping, oversized spoonful of the profits, which they do. Not that eBay doesn't do that. eBay is a dirty rat bastard too when it comes to all them weird fees and we got a service fee and an application fee and an application service fee and a service application fee. And then we've got the shipping fee and then the solar panel reflections of the moon off the tides of South Africa fee. Like, there is just a fee every time you take a step with eBay. But Reverb usually takes about 2 heaping helpings of fee. They're just like, spoon it in, yeah, spoon it in, yeah, because they've got DEI hires that they have to pay, right? They got a whole host of DEI hires sitting in there with their avocado toast and yoga. Something like, Twitter, when they had to go into Twitter and shave 86% of the staff out because they weren't doing anything. I suspect Fender's going to do the same with Twitter. But anyway, just my opinion. And if I were to close my Reverb account today, it just kind of makes things easier for me. I'm just like, oh, okay, that was kind of a nightmare anyway. Sure, I've done 100 5-star things through there. Done 100 5-star sales through there, but I won't miss it. There's lots of things that other than reverb.com to get rid of your stuff. I have buddies that have never used reverb.com. Buddies in, on YouTube here and in the real world that buy, sell gear all the time. Some of them have never heard of reverb.com. So I think, eventually we will leave this in the old rear view and not even remember what it was. It was like, you remember that Napster thing? It's like, nah, not really. Do you remember reverb.com? Nah, never. I heard the fees were too high and that they always made dumb decisions, and they would say that things contain trademark infringing material on an item. So, hey, I am not a trademark lawyer, but this just seems weird to me. I mean, if you're going to ban the Behringer Centaur overdrive, whoa, look out. You got to ban all the Rat clones, the Big Muff clones, the DS1 clones, the Tube Screamer clones, the Tone Bender clones, the Fuzzface clones, the Wah Wah clones, the Bucket Brigade Chorus clones, the Tape Echo clones. Like what is Reverb going to have left if everything contains trademark infringing material on the item according to their self-assessment? And I do think it's a self-assessment, a self-judgment. I don't think this court case is over yet. So, I don't know. It's a weird take. So, yeah. Thanks for getting back to us. I see this is in reference to your Behringer Centaur overdrive listing. We're required to suspend items that contain trademark infringing material on the item itself. We appreciate your understanding. So how am I supposed to scalp this pedal now, huh? How am I supposed to scalp this pedal now? I bought this thing for 115 Canadian and I'm looking to scalp it for 2,000. Just throwing it out there. That's what I'm doing here. Well, I'll just put it on eBay. eBay doesn't seem to contain trademark infringing material problems with the Behringer Centaur overdrive. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, for me, it's just another reason to hate Reverb. I just think, how are you going to... You guys have seen the Behringer Centaur overdrive, right? Like, it's a gold box that looks like the Klon. It looks like the Klon. Well, have you seen Worms? Worms looks the same. From memory, I can't remember if there's a little Hercules-looking Centaur thing on there. I think it does. But, so should the cartoon Hercules from the 1980s be suing the Klon guy? Right? Like, is that what they're saying? Is they own the Greek mythological creature, the centaur? Is that what they're saying? Is that the trademark information? Because I think that idea is about 6,000 to 8,000 years old. I don't think they own that idea. I don't think they have Disney power. But anyway, screw Reverb. It sucks. The fees are too high. The staff is a bunch of mush-brain morons. And yeah, thanks for watching.